Oh, shut the fuck up. No one wants your
Bitch.
permission.
Get the fuck out.
All right. We good to go?
Nope. Go.
All right. We're waiting for Chris. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the BOTA Show. I will be hosting tonight. It is El Sog, the one and only. I'm Zack. With me tonight, I have Chris. I have James from the car. Car James. Car James is a special breed.
With like 100% less sausage this time, which sucks.
Well, actually, it was just going to be really funny because I was like, last time we saw Car James, he was eating sausage and Tuscan chicken, if I do remember correctly.
Yeah, you're right. It was dry.
I can't remember my own name sometimes, but I can remember what people eat. It's a great skill.
I can remember what someone ate in a car 2 episodes ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Blessing and a curse.
I just remember you saying, oh, yeah, it was average.
Yeah, it was average. We're going to be honest.
I feel like those ones stick
What
with
a
you
time.
more. I feel like those ones stick with you more.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Like bad food, you're like, you're right, all right, cool. Wipe it off, whatever. You have plenty of bad food in your life. Good food, you're like, oh, that's real good. If you just have average food, you're like, that's all I can think about is how.
Right, because you feel like you were expecting a lot more, and it wasn't terrible. Where you're like, oh, I'm never gonna do that again. It's in that like weird range where you're like, I want to try it again, but I just don't want to be disappointed.
Zack, sidelines.
I disagree there.
Sidelines?
I disagree.
That is 100% where I would leave that bar. That's sidelines.
Oh yeah. For those of you that don't know, Sidelines is a bar in Salem. Average.
I disagree. I feel like average deserves another chance, but if it's bad, you know that you're not going to go back.
I mean, I'm still going back to sidelines, but I'm disappointed every time I eat it.
I don't know what sidelines is, so.
Yes, you had.
For those of you that don't know, again, for the second time, it's a bar in Salem, which I did say previously.
Yeah, you coward.
When did you say it?
Emphasis on cow, Chris.
Like 30 seconds before.
Yeah, I did say that. It's okay. It's not bad. I honestly, so they actually own a sister bar. It's called Patty Kelly's, and I go there all the time. Love that place. Sidelines, it's all right. Patty Kelly's, much better. But anyways, let's get into
sponsor us.
We got Sideline. Yeah, boys. Let's
sponsor us.
Yes, yeah, something like that.
Oh wait, shit. No, wait, don't do that. We already no. Never mind.
Come on. Oh, dear God. Yeah, right over there. Anyways, let's get into what you guys came here for. We're going to start the way we always start. And that is, no, it's actually a circle jerk, but it's just me and different pictures of me.
Zack in different parts of the room making a full circle.
Yeah. I form a Star of David and then proceed to just shoot my load right in the middle. Anyways, welcome to the BOTA News.
Okay. Did you just fucking interrupt my
He did. I don't know. It's a little.
That one hurts.
Stop.
Anyways, I mean, it kind of would burn. Oh, what, Chris? Why are you in the waiting room again?
How do we already lose, Chris?
I don't understand. Anyways, let's start. NFL. Big news. The cover of Madden has come out. And for the first time since 2010, we have 2 cover athletes.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. Great. It's called the MVP edition. Brady and Mahomes are on there. Where's the actual MVP of the league?
That's what I think is the funniest thing is everyone's just snubbing Aaron. Like across the league. Doesn't matter what fucking facet of whatever you do. Just snub Aaron Rodgers. Dude's gonna go out there with 1 sock next year wherever he fucking plays.
Yeah. I don't even know. Honestly, I don't know where he would go. I don't at this point. I mean,
Rodgers?
Maybe Denver.
It's really a gamble. I mean, you
I
got
don't
to think Denver. Yeah, but
yeah. I mean, I guess if you're Green Bay, you would want a quarterback probably in that kind of package, unless you believe in Jordan Love. Like, if you trade Rodgers to Oakland, Las Vegas, you might get Derek Carr in return, and then whatever. Not that Derek Carr has been bad. I don't know. I think it changes every week. It changes every week. But yeah, we got 2 cover athletes this year in Madden. So twice the cover athletes, 50% of the fun, because Madden sucks every year now.
Can I talk about how lazy EA is? Like, not even like developing the game. That's a whole other fucking conversation.
Oh, they're terrible.
Are you talking about this cover?
They did the same thing with FIFA. If you keep cutting me off, Christopher, I swear to Jesus.
You're freezing.
Swear to me.
Help you.
Sorry. Quick Batman thing going on. James, go.
Now it's my own train of thought.
2 rectangles.
FIFA, I'm gonna kill you. FIFA for years just had like Messi as the cover athlete. Like it was like, oh, cool. Who's it gonna be this year? Oh, Messi, cool. Like they recently changed that. EA's is doing the same thing with Madden. I mean, how long ago was it that Tom Brady was on the cover? Like, what was it, 5 Maddens ago? 5 years?
James,
2018.
I gotta say, and this is obviously me being not in the realm of soccer, but the one game I played, I think it was FIFA 12. Wasn't that Wayne Rooney?
It was Wayne Rooney and Ronaldinho, yeah.
Okay. All right, that makes sense then. But yeah, I can't tell you the last time I've seen Messi on a cover, only because I don't play FIFA.
I mean, it's reasonable. He hasn't been on in a long ass time. But if you look back through like all the years, I think it's like almost every other year, some years probably consecutively, it was just Messi.
Mm-hmm. Messi, and then they did like 3 years in a row with Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Yeah, they finally got the rights to use his image.
I just feel like they should do the whoever wins the championship. I get soccer is different, but like the major sports, like why wouldn't you just put the team that won the championship and make them marketable? Like it's not that hard. You already have all the championship merch. Can make it realistic. Just make a cover. I don't know.
I mean, fair enough. We'll get into soccer a little bit later, but
yeah. But
can we talk about how lazy they were just putting this cover on though? They literally just took 2 stale images, threw some rectangles on, wrote MVP edition, and called it a day. They did
like even the Lamar Jackson one last year was dope. Yeah. Or was it last year? I don't remember, but either way, like the covers the past few years have been great.
Yeah, and they just didn't try this year.
I don't know. I'm always disappointed with anything EA has to throw out at us. It's always disappointment. I mean, any of the Star Wars games that they tried making are fucking garbage.
Knockout City's fun.
Okay. That is because there was no pressure for them to actually do anything good with the game.
I mean, yeah, they made a dodgeball game.
They made a dodgeball game. It's fun as fuck. Plug that game. So, but I mean, like, I don't know. Didn't EA make Apex Legends too?
Yes.
I mean, that game was good for 2 seasons, and now it's just a bunch of 7-year-olds. It's like Modern Warfare 2 lobby all over again. But moving forward with sports,
Zack still tries to get me to play that game.
Chris, I haven't played that game in literally 6 or 7 months, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I've uninstalled it.
I'm almost there. If I need space, I will
uninstalled
it.
It took me a
2
while.
years ago.
Okay. All right. Welcome to another episode of Chris trying to throw me under the bus for things that I don't do.
I'm pretty sure I have a conversation. I'm looking for it.
All right, go for it. Anyways, let's move forward. Cam Newton got hurt and then unhurt this week. Who cares? Whatever.
Dude.
Doesn't matter.
Speaking of the AFC East, how about Tua? Fucking 7 interceptions in a practice.
Yeah, that's tough. Can't wait for him for his MVP season, boys.
Jacoby Brissett, quarterback 1, baby.
Oh, I would love that.
I'm into it. Yeah.
He's a good QB. He just
You're
doesn't get
any opposition for me.
He's not getting the chances he deserves. I mean, like, not for nothing. He went 3-2 with the Colts 2 seasons ago, right?
Yeah.
And he played well. He lost against 2 very tough opponents. And the same thing for the Patriots. He was what, 1-0? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he played that last game that Jimmy couldn't.
Yeah, against Buffalo and won like 32-0.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think he should get his shot. I don't think it's going to be in Miami, unfortunately, but wherever he goes, he should get a shot. I wouldn't hate to see him back on the Patriots. Not gonna lie, wouldn't hate it.
I mean, crazier things have happened, man.
Yeah, like Stephon Gilmore and Xavier Howard both not showing up to OTAs this week.
Dude, fucking
different reasons. Different
by the way.
reasons. Thank you. Yeah, Stephon Gilmore, understandable. I don't know what happened with Xavier Howard. I know there was it was an extenuating circumstance, and it hasn't been released to the public yet, or I just missed it when I was scrolling through my stuff. But
I haven't heard anything yet either, and I've heard mixed things. That some people said it was contract related. Some people said it was a family thing. I haven't heard one solid story.
The first news I heard of it was that it was contract related, but then like you said, it switched up, and I don't know what to believe with him at this point. I don't foresee that being a problem for the Dolphins. They should be able to lock him up, hopefully. But I mean, look what happened with Minka Fitzpatrick. So, the blueprint for something like that is already there, and it happened last season. So yeah. So you want to believe that the Dolphins will be able to do it, lock him up, long-term contract. I mean, he is probably their star defensive player. And I don't want to say probably, he is their star defensive player. But I think so.
I think Minka was 2 years ago. I don't know why I just thought it.
Was it?
Either way. I think so. I honestly think it might have been 2 years.
Damn, really? 2 years ago already? Holy crap.
Yeah, right? Time flies
crazy.
by when you're ruining a franchise.
Yeah, no kidding. Speaking of ruining things, Le'Veon Bell. Oh, fuck. Another transition. Just ruining his career, ruining relationships around the league. I mean,
that was extra.
The dude does not know how to keep it in his pants when it comes to criticism.
The fucking Andy Reid quote.
Oh,
come on, guy.
Andy Reid was like, I've enjoyed my time with him. I hope he does well. Le'Veon Bell's like, fuck that dude. He sucks. I don't ever want to play for him again.
I will never play for him again.
Oh, my God. It's
literally
ridiculous.
because Andy Reid stole his cheeseburger off his plate, like, during meal. And Le'Veon's like, yo, I fucking ate it here.
Hey, give me back my burger.
That's what Andy Reid calls new player hazing, though. He does to every new.
He just eats your lunch. That's why Andy Reid drafts so many
for the first
players.
week. And Bell was like, I ain't having this shit, man.
He sneaks up.
He's like, yo, I've been here for like 7 years. Like, can you stop eating my goddamn lunch?
Whatever the fuck a walrus noise is, he makes it. End of story.
Oh,
I don't know if that's it, but sure.
I don't know if that's it, but I feel like it was a baby walrus. I'll take it.
Yeah. I feel like my response would be to go dolphin and like kind of doctor it up a little bit. So that would be walrus, but
you never go dolphin, Zach. You never go teal.
No, I'm all set. Yeah, but you know, I mean, is this really surprising to see from Le'Veon Bell? I mean, at all?
At this point, no.
No, I mean, he's kind of just continuing him being toxic. Sorry to cut you off there, Chris. Go ahead.
Stop cutting me off.
Okay, good chat.
Um,
Fuck you.
My opinion is at this point, Le'Veon Bell is going very much down an Antonio Brown path. And it's kind of just like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. If you won't take me, this team will take me. I'll do what I want.
Yeah,
I
and now
feel
no
ended.
one is taking him. Zero.
yeah.
At this point, why?
Why
would you?
bother? It's not like running back's a premium position in the league. You can find them wherever you go.
Well, he was once an absolute one of the best in the league.
Right.
I mean,
And
yeah, he
it's
was
like
at one point the best running back in the league.
for 3
Yeah.
years running.
No one's vouching for him though. Like Tom Brady went out of his way and said, "Nah, I want Antonio Brown," which I don't agree with. But
Well,
like at that point, if you have Tom fucking Brady saying, "Hey, I want this guy here," what are you gonna do? You're gonna get that fucking guy there.
well, but you also have to think about it like this: like, if you're a quarterback, would you rather have a really good wide receiver or a really good running back? I mean,
Ask the Titans that.
they have both. So
I know. That's
Yeah, but
why
like,
it's a
why
great
would
question
you
for them.
like if you're the Bucks? Why are you going to waste money on Le'Veon Bell, who's washed, when you have
Right.
Ronald Jones, who's a pass catching back anyway?
right.
I'm not
And-
saying he's going to the Bucks.
No, I know.
No. We're just what I'm saying is basically like, you know, with what Le'Veon Bell has left in his tank and what Antonio Brown has left in his tank, like, you know, you can rely on a guy like Antonio Brown to be your third guy and still produce. But if you have Le'Veon Bell, even if it's a change of pace back, I don't. It's just not going to work. He's just not there anymore. But you can realistically say, hey, Antonio Brown, like, you're not going to be, you know, catching 1,200 yards, 100 receptions, and 10 touchdowns this season. You know, you can still rely on him for like 5 touchdowns, maybe 500-600 yards, maybe like, I don't know, 50 receptions, something like that. Cut his numbers in half. That's still effective. It's effective for a third.
Yeah, but I mean, are you going to pay that much for a third?
No, God, no. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you gun to your head, you have to pick one or the other. I'd pick Antonio Brown because at least it gives you options.
Yeah,
People still
say
know the
so.
name. People know, oh shit, it's Antonio Brown. Like, he might not have everything left in the tank, but you got to pay attention to him.
Yeah, you can't just leave it. You know, you got to at least monitor. You're right.
Right.
Le'Veon Bell, it's kind of like, all right, we lock it up. It's like, all right, well, what do we do?
Yeah, I mean,
What's the effectiveness of it?
I know. And again, from a quarterback perspective, Chris, like you want a wide receiver, you don't want a running back. I mean, that's just
No, I
if
agree.
you're throwing the
I
ball.
agree.
You bitch.
I would take a wide
Bitch.
receiver, a
Bitch.
top 10 wide receiver over a top 10 running back.
Yeah.
Any day of the week.
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, valid.
Except for in fantasy. Lock it.
Well, that's the only time. Unless
Yeah.
it's PPR.
Well, no.
It depends who it is.
That's a whole nother convo.
Yeah, that's a whole other conversation. But great. Let's see what else we got here in NFL news, boys.
No yawning.
Oh, look, Dwayne Haskins speaks.
Why?
He's a Steeler. I don't know. He said he's grateful for his opportunity with the Steelers. That's
What a
good.
generic ass fucking comment. Fuck you.
Yeah, no
Dwayne
kidding.
Haskins.
Yeah, I know. We just don't like Dwayne Haskins. I had to bring that up on the show.
At least I got one
Um,
bust right.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but like, it's the same thing with Alabama quarterbacks. Ohio quarterbacks are the same. Like, they're not. They don't translate.
They don't, which makes me really nervous about Mac Jones and Justin Fields. But I have more faith in Justin Fields than I do.
I have more
Any
faith
other
in
Ohio
Justin
State?
Fields. Yeah, I think. Well, Justin Fields is like he's a lot smaller of a build than Dwayne Haskins was. I mean,
Well, yeah, that's also a big part of it too. Is at least he has a diverse ass game. Like it's not like, oh, you can't get it done through the ground. All right, I guess we'll just fucking pass. And Dwayne Haskins, by the way, for a pocket passer, sucked. He wasn't accurate. He had like a good arm. That was it. He basically fucking drafted a punter in the first round. Way to go.
Yeah, excellent. Peyton Hillis has come out of the grave. Come back from the grave, really.
Oh yeah, he was just on the Madden cover thing.
Yeah, he was on the commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bizarre. I didn't understand it because Peyton
I don't
Hillis.
know what Peyton Hillis had to do with that commercial.
I don't know.
While we're on football, though, I do have a question.
All right, let me finish my thoughts. All right. No, you're fine. You're fine.
No,
I didn't want to forget it. I didn't want to forget it.
My ADHD that popped up in my head.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, I don't really understand. I mean, the dude had one good season. How is he a GOAT?
He made the cover. That's about it.
He made the cover because he had one good season.
He made the cover because it was a fan vote. The fans voted him on.
Ugh. Anyways, well, wonder what he's doing. Chris, go ahead.
Shit.
Sorry.
What's going on with RG3?
Who the fuck
They're
knows?
like
I don't know.
fighting over him for a host spot for some type of talk show. His TV interview went so well that they're battling on who's going to get him right now.
I don't know. I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, what?
That's news.
I heard
news
it today.
To me, really.
Hey man, that's good for him. I mean, fuck
Yeah.
it. His legs don't work for shit anymore. So put him out.
Yeah.
Put him out of misery. Put him in the box.
Can he even walk?
Barely. They just put him on a zip line, just have him kind of dangle around.
Yeah, that's
To
true.
the locker room.
Open the door. Open the door.
In other news, Zack forgot that
Oh,
Teddy
there goes his
Bridgewater
other
went to the Broncos. Didn't remember that.
Robert Griffin 3 sparks ESPN Fox bidding war with all-time audition.
Robert Griffin 3. Sounds like a movie, Chris.
Yes.
Robert Griffin.
Robert Griffin 3. I'm just leading.
Now in
Return of
theaters.
the knee brace.
I want to turn this on and play this for you guys.
You can turn me on and play me for everyone, Chris, if you want.
I'll play you like a damn fiddle, Zach.
Are we done with football now? Or Chris,
No, I'm putting this.
what are you putting on?
Apparently, the audition's here, and it's an all-time audition. No, maybe not.
All right, honest opinions. Here we go. Ready? We're taking a little segment break. Honest opinions. Does Justin Fields take over a starter this season, and do they have a winning record?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna say yes and no.
Yes and no.
Yes, he starts. No, they don't have a winning record.
Well, actually, I was gonna say 8-8, but that's physically impossible.
8-1.
I think they go.
Imagine.
I think they go 8-9, and I think Fields.
Yeah, going
I
8-9.
think Fields. This is gonna sound really weird. I think Fields has a winning record, not by much, but Dalton sucks. You know what I'm saying? So like they take Dalton out after half the season, they're like 2 and whatever, and then Fields wins games for them. But we'll see.
Okay.
All right. Well, cool. Good question. Well, Chris, you can't play that, right? So we can move on.
Yes. Move on.
Okay. All right, let's move on. We're going right to the NBA. Obviously, playoffs are still going on.
Fuck the NBA.
Yeah, but
National
let's.
Bitches Association.
We have a game. Got a game going on right now. Milwaukee and Brooklyn. Brooklyn leads that series 3-2. Milwaukee's up 25-19 with 23 seconds left in the third quarter. Anyone foresee a game 7, or can Brooklyn come back, win the game, all that stuff?
No, I think the Bucks hold. The Bucks are a different breed right now.
How about
Yeah,
the
and
Hawks?
I think well, we'll get to that. Don't worry. Let's focus on one series here. I'm just confused. Is Kyrie still out?
Yes, he is most likely missing this series.
Okay. So, with Kyrie out, that messes with chemistry. Like I said before, I think maybe 2 podcasts ago, I picked the Bucks as a deep sleeper, not a deep sleeper, but as a sleeper team for out of the 4 coming out of the East to possibly go and win it all. They win this game. They could pull an upset in Brooklyn. We'll see, but I don't think it's going to happen. Even with Kyrie out, you still have 2 superstars in James Harden and Kevin Durant. So it's kind of hard to beat that when, KD scores like 45 points a game.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah,
that was
ridiculous.
A monster performance from him the other night.
Yeah, I know. It was.
He fully went into that game knowing he had to put up like a 50 burger almost. And I mean, the short did it. 49 points. Like,
yeah,
come on.
I know. Well, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Obviously, it's the super team again going up against, one all-star and then a cast of, middle of the road to decent players. Chris Middleton's good, but I don't know.
Bum.
But
they're better because Giannis is on the court.
Yeah, of course. All right. Well, we got that next series, Chris. You want to talk about Atlanta, right? The Philadelphia 76ers were up 31 points at one point in that game, and they lost.
And they blamed it on a crash. And Trae Young went off, though, right?
They blamed it on a crash? What do you mean?
Who the fuck did they play?
The Hawks.
The Hawks.
The Hawks played
the Sixers.
They said that the headline said that the Sixers crashed, but I guess Trae Young went off. I don't follow basketball. I just saw the headline. Well,
it's both. I mean, at that point, it's both. The Sixers gave up and let Trae Young take control of the game, and once he had control, he didn't relinquish it. End of story. I mean, that's just it goes hand in hand. I mean, there can be, one more than the other. Could be more because the 76ers gave up, or could be more because Trae Young decided, hey, like, this is my game. We want to go back to the A and we want to win it. Who knows? I didn't watch the game, so I don't really know which one's which. But at the end of the day, like most of the time, it's just a mixture of both. Right, Chris? Yeah?
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't realize.
I'm tuning out.
You're fine.
I don't understand basketball. I just read the headlines. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's what happened.
I understand it. Like I can watch the ebbs and flows, the momentum swings, all that kind of stuff.
Just
and it's fun, but
stand it right now. It's pissing me off more. But
there's not
while we're on basketball.
Well, there's really not a team for me that I'm rooting for. I mean, I guess Atlanta's a fun team to watch. Like Trae Young is a really good young player. And I would love to see them knock out Philadelphia. I would love to see them, go up against a team like Milwaukee or Brooklyn in the end there and, see if they have anything to say. But for me, how could you not love the Suns? Like, the Suns are a fun team to watch.
So
I'm so glad you brought that up.
That's what I'm getting into. Now that we're on the Suns, that Suns fan who got in a fight.
I know what you were going with.
Signed jersey from Booker.
Yeah.
And tickets.
Awesome.
And wasn't he kicked out of the stadium for good?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, he was?
I think so.
Yeah, if you fight in a stadium, I'm pretty sure you get an indefinite ban.
Well, they probably lifted it for him.
Maybe, but
that
was awesome. I love that.
You get whatever the fuck you want.
I mean, honestly, though, it's the combination of, yo, I fucked this dude up, and I correctly predicted the outcome of the series. Suns in 4, baby.
But it was so beautiful. Like, you had to root for this guy because literally the scumbag behind him walks away, gives that dirty little smirk, and then tries to sucker punch him. And then he just puts him in a chokehold. He's like, huh? What do you want to do? A couple uppercuts to the nose. It's beautiful.
You know
I
what
feel
else
like
is
if this was
cool?
LeBron, you would have a very different tone about this.
This has
Him or
nothing to do
me?
with LeBron or Booker.
I'm saying
both.
that if LeBron did this, you'd be like, wow, LeBron's encouraging this dude fighting. Because it's Devin Booker and it's not LeBron.
No, I'm not even putting Booker into this. I just care about the fan. That's just
Okay.
a headline that I'm reading. That it's funny that he's being given tickets, I think, because I'm pretty sure he's indefinitely banned, which
Right.
obviously was a lift if he was given tickets. But
Yeah,
the back
right.
to the fight, I don't care who it was. If you're gonna get sucker punched from behind and then you just take someone in a fucking chokehold and you start kicking the shit out of them and you win and then you predict a 4-game sweep, it's pretty fucking badass.
I have to
pretty
say,
badass. I'm not denying that.
yeah, I have to say, if it was LeBron, I would automatically hate it because it's the Lakers and it's LeBron.
Right. It's a
surface,
rivalry
yeah, that-
where, like,
Right. On the surface, I'd be like, yeah. But like, can you really hate that? Like, can you? You really can't. Like, the dude predicted the series. He fought another dude for his team, and then Devin Booker was like, yeah, give me this man's info. Like, let's get him some tickets.
yeah.
Like that. Yeah, that's cool. That's being a G.
That's, you know what?
That's being a
That's a
G.
true fan right there.
Yep.
That's a
True
true fan.
I know. To want to root for a basketball team in the middle of fucking Phoenix, Arizona.
Middle
God
of
forbid.
goddamn nowhere desert.
I know.
Anyway,
People eat
LeBron
rocks.
James.
Well, LeBron James, I don't even know what to say about LeBron James. He's not in the fucking playoffs anymore.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the COVID thing.
We are. Well, that's what I was going to move on to is that
Oh,
with
I
the
fucked up the
Suns,
transition this time.
it's okay. With the Suns,
I'm sorry, I
you
fucked
had a
up the
really good.
transition,
It's
Zach.
okay. It's fine. Really good
My
combination
bad.
in Devin Booker and Chris Paul. But guess what?
Yep.
What happened, James? You want to tell people out there?
So I'm not exactly sure the
No!
circumstance of what fuck you happened, but Chris Paul
Chris
was
Paul's
put
not
into
LeBron James.
He got put into the COVID protocols for being out at something. After earlier in the playoffs, LeBron James was spotted out and at a fucking tequila event and was just fine, which is like definitely the NBA's bias towards superstars, which is annoying.
Yeah.
But ain't no Laker fans fighting for Bron.
One, not just fine. The NBA deliberately went out of their way to defend LeBron. That it was okay
they
because
said,
there
like,
were
oh,
other
he's
top
vaccinated,
celebrities
like
there.
all this stuff, blah blah blah.
Was this while he was in the playoffs or after?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so then there's a clear bias. Doesn't matter.
Huge
It shouldn't.
bias.
It shouldn't matter if you're vaccinated or not. With that kind of thing, right now, you know, it's not fair to your other teammates if you get to go out because you got vaccinated. Like, I get it. You did your due diligence. You whatever. But that's besides the point. Besides the point. You know, if you're gonna go out and be stupid about it, you're risking the health of your team, the other team, and the league itself. So I mean, you know,
Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, literally. At Encore. I still can't believe that somehow we were connected and roped into this.
Yeah, right.
Fucking ridiculous. Well, I mean, I don't know how to transition to this, but are the Clippers about to actually become a real contending team?
Dude, I mean, shit. Like, I thought they were frauds. I thought playoff P was nothing. Playoff P's back. He's full in control. The Claw's playing out of his fucking mind.
Well, he's hurt though.
Yeah, okay, fair. I forgot about that. He has an ACL injury. That's a good point. I forgot about that. But before this point, he was the one carrying the team.
Right.
And now it's playoff P. He completely took them last night.
Right. He scored what, 37?
Something like that. Either way, it's crazy to see. I mean, that's why he traded that many fucking first round picks for a guy like him, I guess. But
True. But I mean, it hasn't gotten you any postseason success as of late.
I got you, dick.
This year could be different. I mean, Utah's back's against the wall. Let's see if Donovan Mitchell has anything to say. Let's see if we got some spider magic left in him. Otherwise, the Clippers are going right to the conference finals, and they're going to be playing the Suns. So we'll see what they can do. It's a little Chris Paul George again.
That's if he gets released from COVID protocols.
Yeah, whenever inevitably he gets.
Fair, true, but he's still on the team. It's valid. Fuck your chicken strips. Anything else on basketball, guys, that you can think of? Obviously, just the playoffs are going on. LaMelo won Rookie of the Year.
There's been a bunch of head coach firings, but once again, we're not basketball guys, so we're not going to go into that. But
yeah, the Mavs coach stepped down after 13
former
seasons.
Celtic.
He was
name.
Carlisle, something Carlisle.
Rick Carlisle.
Did not know he was a Celtic. Obviously with Danny Ainge stepping out and Brad Stevens moving up and that whole hierarchy. There's that. Who was fired after 1 year? I forget. Shit.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm not I like basketball. Yeah, I'm not that deep into it.
I'm not either. I'm really not. Well, there's your basketball news, fuckers. That's all you get.
You did it.
That's all you
I have a nice headline moving on.
You have a
regarding the Olympics.
All right, let's hear it. Olympics break.
American distance runner blames positive steroid test on burrito.
Yeah, I don't understand that fucking slightly.
Shelby Houlihan.
She had like a pig organ burrito and claimed that it was the cause of her testing positive for steroids.
That's what she's claiming because she has denied taking part in any type of PED or any cheating. So she's like, well, it has to be the burrito.
All right, hear me out. Right. Maybe she went to some farm to table burrito stand, right? And in the back, they just have these fucking jacked pigs that the farmer feeds all of these kinds of steroids, and they slaughter the jacked pigs and then put it in the burrito, right? And then you ingest the burrito, therefore ingesting all of the steroids that were put into that pig. Therefore, positive steroid test. Boom, problem solved. Crack the case.
Actually, so this is a real quote right here. No, you're onto something and it's weird.
Oh, I'm not. I'm really not.
I have since learned that it has long been understood by the World Anti-Doping Agency that eating pork can lead to a false positive for nandrolone, which is an anabolic steroid, since certain types of pigs produce it naturally in high amounts. Pig organ meat has the highest levels of nandrolone.
So what the fuck did she eat? Pig intestines?
Pig organs,
a pork burrito.
No, if you dig deeper, it does say, she says it's a pig intestine burrito. Or not intestine, pig organ burrito.
Oh, that's
what you got to do to get
from a Mexican
to each their own.
Truck,
to each their own.
Oh,
for
serves
me,
pig offal.
Yeah. But to each their own. But yeah, all right, that's strange. So did they figure out if it really was the burrito?
Not that we've heard.
She is banned until January 2025.
Oh, damn. It's expensive ass burrito.
No, the fucking Olympic whatever committee doesn't take doping lightly.
No.
It's a minimum 5-year ban.
I know they banned the entire country of Russia. I know I know they take it seriously. Fucking amazing. Aren't they going under the flag of independent?
Yeah, certain athletes could get tested and go as a independent sovereign nation.
Crazy. Fuck.
So if you look at it, if you look at that in the Olympics, it was kind of fucked up because it was people who were refugees and whatever and escaped wars in their country and Russians.
Fucking dirty Russians. I love it. All right, let's move on. there's our little Olympics break. We are now moving on to my sport, the sport of champions, the sport that makes me want to rip my goddamn hair out every time I watch a fucking Bruins game. It's hockey.
Good thing you don't have to watch them anymore.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Can't wait to watch you eat a dirt. Can't wait to watch you eat a fucking hot chip and then poop out your eyeballs.
I have to
Tear your
drink a
labrum
Long
and then
Island
play
iced
the
tea
rest of the
with-
season and postseason with it.
Oh, do you really, James?
Yeah, so that was the deal we made with Real Talk was if I do it, I think I have to look at the actual like details of it, but the hot chip is like the baseline bet, and then if I lose, I have to drink a Long Island iced tea with it. If Connor and Sean now lose, they have to drink some UV blue.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah,
What is
Oh,
the hot
God.
chip?
A hot chip.
it's like a fucking
it's
yeah.
It's a tortilla chip from hell. Okay, Chris, this is homework for you. Look up the Shaq video of him eating the hot chip. He literally gets a gallon of milk while he's on set on TNT and chugs it. So that's for you.
I am not tougher than Shaq. I'll
you're
say
not.
that.
You're not. There are memes of Shaq eating hot shit. All right. Do you want to be memeable, James?
I do.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so do it. All right. Well, so we got playoffs. We have awards that are just rolling out right now. So let's start. We got a game on right now. James, you'll be happy to know Tampa's up 1-0.
I saw 1-0.
10 minutes left in the second period. Vasilevsky's running another shutout, or not another shutout. Vasilevsky's running a shutout. Series is tied 1-1, so it's going to be very interesting to watch this game in the series.
Yeah. I mean, I called for Vasi to be the X factor for the Bolts. Like in a once again Real Talk post when they asked me to do something for it. I haven't seen a lot of great play from him. I don't know if there's a defensive issue. I mean, game one was all turnovers. That was fucking atrocious. There was an awful turnover by Stamkos that led them to like their second goal, and then they couldn't keep the fucking puck.
Yeah.
And then game two, it was beautiful. It was a work of art. Greatest game ever played.
Actually,
no,
James, the greatest game ever played was the Bruins game that they played against Tampa in 2011 in the Eastern Conference Finals. No penalties called, 1 goal scored. Fucking gut wrenching.
God damn.
No, it was. Did you watch that game? Where you? I don't think you were into hockey, right?
I was definitely not into hockey, and I mean, I definitely wasn't in Tampa at that point because I didn't live there.
Yeah. Well, when you get a chance, look up the highlights of that game. It's fucking crazy.
All right, will do.
We also have one other series going on. Obviously, it's Vegas and Montreal, and I don't know. I think to everyone's surprise, Montreal is in this series. It's a tie series going up to the Bell Center, starting to. Actually, is this tonight? No, I'm sorry. Tomorrow night, 8:00 in the Bell Center. For the first time, and I don't know how long that they haven't been to the Eastern Conference. Oh, actually, that's a lie. They won in 2014, but they lost. Yeah,
I mean,
anyway.
6 years is a good amount, or 7 years is a good amount of time.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I feel like this year is a legitimate like shot for them. I mean, really, like, Carey Price is playing out of his mind. They pick up Tyler Toffoli in the offseason. He's been lights out. They're getting most of their depth players are contributing, and it's been interesting to watch. I mean, I'm a Bruins fan. I don't like it, but I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's kind of I'm kind of rooting for him a little bit.
I don't know how
rooting for him a little bit.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't. If I was you, I wouldn't root for the Lightning. That's basically your fucking Yankees.
Yeah, fuck the Lightning.
Yeah, it.
I
Fuck it. I
support
haven't
the
watched
Lightning.
any of that series, but thanks, Chris.
Their
I mean,
stadium's better than the Garden.
That's fact.
Emily all
Emily.
day.
Emily looked
go.
very nice. Emily looked
Oh, those
very nice.
fucking Tesla coils.
The food.
Lightning bolt.
If you wear the wrong jersey, you're not allowed to sit in certain parts of the stands.
Yes.
No, they
also-
removed that. We do hate children, though.
Also, that was not
That
there.
was
when we were
crazy.
there.
That was crazy. I can't believe that actually happened. That was a
I
thing.
didn't know that was a thing, but I mean,
So-
fuck.
I was very surprised because when me and James went to a Tampa game, we wore our Bruins jerseys. and everyone around us was so nice to us. There were multiple people with Bruins jerseys on. I've never met a nicer fan base than in Amalie Arena. You know, we were joking around with a bunch of fans of the Lightning, and they all had their own jerseys on, and they were cool with us the whole time, you know?
Oh, yeah, we were busting balls, dude. It was such a good time.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, it's Tampa. Like, I can say without a doubt, we fucking suck. If you are wearing the wrong jersey at TD Garden, you will fucking die. Plain and simple. Like, you will have beers thrown at you. You will get spit on. It is disgusting. I don't condone it. It is kind of fun when there's someone that you don't like. But I don't condone spitting on people either. So if you spit on someone, you're fucking disgusting.
I feel like that's certain teams to the Bruins, though.
No, it's pretty much all teams. Well, not necessarily. Like, if it's an obscure team, like, I don't know, Ottawa or like Arizona, I'm not gonna fucking do anything because they suck, and I pity them. But like, I don't know, like, if you're a Pittsburgh fan rolling,
so you
admit
Boston, to spitting on other people.
I literally don't. I literally
beers.
I just said that. I just said no. I don't condone on spitting people. I've never poured a beer on anyone. I'm a very good fan. All right, I'm a very good fucking fan. You heard it here, folks. Jesus Christ, you heard it here first. I behave myself. I get rowdy, but I do not cross the line.
Yeah, it's a good place to live.
Yeah, it's really great to live on the line, guys. It's really great.
All my friends are dead.
God damn it.
To the edge.
Rod Brindamore wins the Jack Adams. Not much of a surprise to me, honestly. Like, he deserved it. That Carolina team was legit. Tampa Bay just stoned them.
Oh my God.
What?
Nothing. Please keep moving on.
Oh dear God. Not surprised. What other awards did I see that were given out? Sorry, you have to bear with me. I've missed all the awards. I know Crosby and Bergeron were voted the best all-around players in the league by other players.
Is that a thing? They have like a players vote?
Yeah, they have a players poll. Yep.
I guess that's technically a thing in the NFL too.
And Sidney Crosby and Patrice Bergeron were tied among the best all-around players. So I mean, it's basically the best two-way forward. And Bergeron, Crosby were named to that. Jason Spezza is still alive.
Wait, Jason
Spezza.
What?
Spezza.
Really?
Jason Spezza is still alive.
Is still Spezzin.
It's Spezzin. Yeah, he re-signed with Toronto. Chris.
What?
Chris, talk about something for 2 seconds.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. All right. Well, are we still staying on hockey, or are we going to MLB? Because I got MLB up and I'm ready to go.
Dude, then go MLB. I don't know. Fuck.
Oh, okay.
Zack has more awards. He can say it.
Cool. Well, how do you feel about Tyler Glasnow?
Tyler Glasnow is a fucking idiot.
His injury that he can no longer use foreign substances.
Tyler Glasnow is a fucking pussy. I liked Tyler Glasnow before that quote. He's a pussy.
Hockey.
I agree.
I'm back. Sorry.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was great. I don't really know what else to talk about in hockey. Honestly,
we're talking about baseball now, Zach.
Fuck baseball. Fuck it.
All right. Every other word we'll talk about hockey. Chris and I will talk about baseball in between.
Okay.
Yes.
Tyler
Glass.
This is every third word, Chris. The fuck?
The Tyler Glass.
No, seriously.
You could have just said his full name.
No.
How did you come to
Technically,
it has 2 syllables.
Didn't say one syllable.
What the fuck? All right. One last thing. Gerard Gallant was hired as the coach of the Rangers. Good move for them. They're going in the right direction.
Who was?
He used to be the Vegas head coach before Peter DeBoer took over. But anyways, let's move on. we can go right to baseball.
We've already moved on. God damn it. Tyler Glasnow's a
No,
pussy.
officially, we've officially moved on.
All right, well, Tyler Glasnow's a pussy.
All right, yeah, fuck him.
Shout out to the Rays for coming back off a really shitty start. Tyler Glasnow's a pussy.
Yeah, didn't the Yankees
Tyler
turn a triple?
Glasnow's a giant
Like a
pussy.
terrible triple play.
Also, Garrett
yes.
Cole is now back on that.
My God, I could play that fucking interview forever and just sit there and.
That
Yeah,
was
but now he's came back,
hilarious.
and the interview makes total sense now because now he's like, yeah, it's hard to pitch without substances.
He said that? Did I miss
Maybe-
that?
You know what? Maybe these pitchers should try to go to the same fucking farm that those steroid pigs are at.
So the only thing I have
I like
holding
it.
against them right now is they're currently claiming that they can't even use they can't lick their fingers. So, which is ridiculous. But they're
Alright.
claiming they're claiming a spitball right now is an illegal substance. That it changes your form of the ball. They want just natural throws, which is utterly insane. That's not how the ball works. And also, with the Red Sox are in hot water again.
Are they?
Yeah, there's I forget who the pitcher is, so I'm sorry, I forget.
Whatever.
But he
Okay,
throws
all
a
right.
sweet curveball. He only threw fastballs the other night. He refused to throw a curveball as a statement.
All right. Do either of you know this is gonna be meme trivia for those of you out there? Do you guys know the meme where it's the old man feeding the duck and then the ducks like rise and they have these really jacked bodies? You've never seen that?
What in the fuck?
Oh my God, no. All right. Okay. Well, so that I'm not crazy. I will find the meme and make sure both of you see it, and I will post it out there. But all I can imagine is instead of those being ducks, they were pigs, and whoever the fuck that girl was that got suspended was the little old man feeding them. But that's fine. We'll move on.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite memes. It's great.
Before, obviously, I think the biggest thing in MLB right now is pitching. So we'll move on. But before we get to pitching again, the Diamondbacks set an MLB record. Their 23rd road loss in a row.
That's how.
That's
like
fucking-
just how. How? How do you do that?
Diamondbacks
That's
shit organization.
oh my God. Weren't they like
They went-
supposed to win the World Series like 2 years ago?
No,
that-
they had no.
They made the playoffs.
Yeah, they made the playoffs and they were good, and then they just blew up.
Well, yeah, I mean I think that was the last year Zach Greinke was there, and that was like the last year Zach Greinke was relevant.
Where the hell did Zack Greinke even go?
Houston.
Really?
Yeah, last time I checked. Once again, he's not really relevant anymore pitching, so I don't care.
No kidding. Yeah.
It's like a fucking point something ERA, and I'm just like, dude's not relevant. Fuck him.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, what's going on here? Any news for any other news for the MLB, Chris, that you know of?
Come on, Chris.
Yeah, the pitching. I mean,
Yeah.
clearly
That's
the
the biggest
ball
one.
was altered this year. We had more no-hitters, I think, in last 4 years combined.
Okay.
This season.
What's your database?
I don't have one.
Well,
My
you know
brain.
what? That's kind of funny,
Goddamn
Chris,
gut
because
tells me.
Big ass brain.
this is gut check time. It's all about opinions. We're gonna move right into our next segment. Welcome to Master Debaters.
What the fuck? Why don't I get to talk about soccer?
God damn it! Cut it. Go to soccer.
Hey, I
Really?
want to talk about the Euro Cup.
Is it about the
Okay.
women's?
No.
No, but I mean, if we want to talk about the women just won the other night, and Megan sent me this clip of Carly Lloyd got asked like a question by a reporter. She's like, "Oh wait, you're the dude who said I wouldn't even make the roster this year, right? Like the guy who's from my hometown and doesn't even fucking support me." Bet.
Oof.
And like
Oof.
called him out, and then there's like another guy who's like, "Oh great, another." Like right after, like she paid it to just like put these people in their places. Like I'm reading what you're saying. Which
Good.
now makes me think, Mac Jones, fuck you. Anyway, No, so Euro Cup's going on hot right now. I'm gonna have to look at the actual standings. So I'm gonna slide away.
Go for it.
Most notably, what I could say, like my big takeaways from the bat, Italy is fully back. They're very fucking fun to watch, and they're just cranking through. Belgium is another fucking front runner. They've been a fucking good world-class team for a while. They're a young team that has a wealth of talent, so no shock there. The Netherlands lead their group. Czech Republic lead their group ahead of England and Scotland. My team's at the bottom. Cool. Slovakia is sitting above Spain right now, but Spain actually impressed the shit out of me in their first match. They are like methodical as fuck with their passing, though. They had some ridiculous, almost like tripled their opponent's passes. I'd have to look at the actual stat for that. But they just kept the ball, kept it on their feet, and just moved around their opponent and waited for them to break down. And that's Group E. And then Group F, that's the group of death this year. Portugal looks really good, but they had one game against Hungary, and they had a hard time scoring to start. But then once the cap came off, they just kept scoring. France is unbelievably good, unbelievably young. They are my favorite to win the tournament. And Germany looks really old and slow.
Jesus, what? Who? So wait, who's in that group again? France, Portugal, Germany, and Hungary.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And Hungary, I mean, Hungary was like the low boy in that one. But honest to God, they did not look bad in their match with Portugal. They held them off until like the 83rd minute, and then they let 3 goals in.
Well, I was gonna say, for some reason, I've always been under the notion that like Hungary's one of those teams that's like shockingly good for being like an Eastern European country.
Yeah, I mean they're up there. They compete. I can't think of a Euro Cup where they haven't been in it. So
fair,
good for them, man. I mean, hey, it is a certified group of death. I mean, every single one of those teams are willing to compete with the other. Germany needs to fucking give their youth some playing time though through next year, because goddamn, they are old and slow.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. It happens with teams. They rest off of a World Cup, and then they can't repeat because they rest on their players who are older and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that's James's running the Euro Cup.
Cool. That was fun. Fun little
Nice.
bit.
Before we finish,
Okay.
heading to the PGA Tour.
Oh my.
Currently
There's
leading
so much
is
sports.
Russell Henley at 4 under par. And that's all the news I have for that.
Dude, I don't even know who that is. I don't know what tournament it is.
All right, now we're moving on
from
to
America.
men's competitive spelunking.
Moving on to competitive bukkake.
Yeah, that's actually what I said earlier in the show. It's when I formed the Star of David. James, you're in the middle.
Ah, sweet. Love being in the middle.
Yeah,
The Islanders
you've
just
heard of-
fucking score.
Oh, did they really?
I think so. I just saw a tweet from Real Talk. Yeah, it's 1-1 right now.
Hey, there you go, real talk. Oh, dude, Connor's fast on the trigger when it comes to tweets. Jesus.
Dog, he's drunk and on it. It's
Oh,
impressive.
he's super drunk. Yeah, little plug here. If you don't, he should live stream. Does he live stream?
No, they should be live streaming.
He should we should tell him to live stream, but go check out Real Talk right now. The the Twitter is going off because Connor, they're one of the half there, is an Islanders fan, and it was a very fun series, even though we lost, to have the bet and rooting against them and everything. So
Islanders suck.
Okay, see, here's the thing. How could you not want New York to win when Tampa has beaten you every single year? How?
Because Tampa's a good team.
Yeah, but fuck
Oh
them.
yeah.
Even though they're 18 mil over the cap.
Hell no.
I only saw 8.
James
That
is
person was lying.
preoccupied. All right, well,
Watching Meg play Rocket League, I got distracted.
oh, that's all right. Is she doing good?
No, she didn't realize she was playing off the gun.
Oh, so
Yeah.
Sounds about right. That's awesome.
30 seconds in, not a good start.
Just let me know when she steals someone's goal.
All right.
Guys, thank you for being here for the news. We're moving on. This time for realsies. We are
I know
on
what
to
About Zach, it's gonna be edited.
master debaters. right. I don't like that. But anyways, Chris, I had a transition ready, and then I forgot that we had to move on to fucking soccer. But
Soccer.
hey, Chris, speaking of cheating in the MLB,
Wow, that was a dumb transition. That didn't make any sense. We just talked
no
about
kidding.
soccer.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah. So
Are you cheating on me, Zach?
I am.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm
Is it
cheating
with
on.
Stickum?
I'm cheating
Are
on your
you
ear.
cheating on me
I'm
with
cheating on
Stickum?
your ear
Spider
with
tack?
your other
Spit?
ear. So one ear, other ear. No. So do you think realistically that the MLB is taking this entire, I guess, league-wide pandemic of cheating? Do you think they're taking that too seriously? Is it an overreaction? Is it an underreaction? Is it an appropriate reaction? I don't know. I guess I'm honestly at a loss here because I've never really been, have been in a sport where you can, play with that line a little bit. Like hockey is cut and dry. You have to have a stick that's between a certain length, and the puck is the puck, and penalties are penalties, and there's no room for interpretation as far as that goes. But I feel like in baseball, there are multiple things that can really have that interpretation.
So to answer that question, we have to go back to Socrates.
You're right. I'm just interested in what the fuck, like where this is going.
Can we soccer
Where
a
you
fucking
say-
hurry this shit up?
As he once wisely said, he who hath smelt it must have dealt it. Dealt it?
You're mixing Socrates up with Bible verses.
Yeah.
Point being, I don't know. Is the MLB taking it too far? Yes. Are the pitchers also being giant pussies about it? Yes. But the MLB has known that this has been going on for, the longest of times. Like, if Babe Ruth didn't have, something helping him, pitchers use shit, whether it be spit, whether it be dirt, whether it be whatever the fuck you use, something to get a better grip on the ball. When you're sweating, when your hand is just dripping in sweat, when it's 90 degrees out and you're pitching all day, you're not going to get a good grip on a ball.
Talk dirty to me, baby.
And
Tell me more about your
they
sweaty
use
hand.
certain
90
things.
degrees
They
sweaty
use
dirt
chalk,
hand.
they
Give
use
me all
powder.
that.
What do you think is in the bag behind the mound? That's for, you go put a little stickum on that.
What the fuck is going on over there?
I don't know.
Payback.
But the MLB has allowed this to happen for so many years, and it hasn't been an issue. But then MLB starts toying with doctoring balls and trying to bring more fans into it. You have more home runs, you have more no-hitters, you have more strikeouts. And you're at an imbalance that you just cannot save. And now all of a sudden you're cracking down and saying, no, we're not going to allow this. We're not going to allow this. But we're not just going to tell you to stop. We're going to freak out and ban almost everything and get down to the bottom of everything. And it also plays into the cheating scandals that have been resurfacing lately. And it just boils up to a point where the MLB is like, no, we're not going to do this anymore. This is how the league's going to go. And players have the right to be mad, but they also, you're getting millions of fucking dollars. If you can't pitch the ball without help, then you probably should find a different career. So that's kind of where you stand, where I stand.
I don't really see the big deal. I don't.
I'm with you there, Zach.
Seriously, I've always been for the idea of give them all of the drugs, give them the steroids. I want to see what the human body is physically capable of. I want to see 1,500-yard home runs. Please give it to me.
So that's fine. I agree with that. But you got to allow it for. I mean,
Everyone.
obviously, I don't agree with that. But
You got to start
if
him
you're
young.
gonna
Start him at like
allow it,
13.
you got to allow
Got to
it for
wean him
everyone.
into that shit.
Like
Then you give him the rabies, all that stuff.
yeah, that's
By
fine.
16,
Then
it
let him
should be
drink
fully.
fucking hard alcohol in the dugout. Then
Oh my god.
no. Let him roll a joint in the dugout if you're gonna allow that shit.
No, but
Like,
that's
the
different.
point,
That's mind altering stuff. No. The point is, it would be crazy and obviously not ever gonna happen, but it would be fun to watch, like, dudes like the what is his name? The fucking mountain
Half-Thor,
whatever his name is. Yeah. Like, if dudes built like that played the sport of baseball, like, how would that go? Because obviously he's
Not well, Zach.
whatever.
Not
but,
well.
Yeah, probably not. But I mean, I don't know. I just don't see the issue. I mean, I get it's changing the game, but baseball's always been that kind of like, should I or should I not thing.
That's what I'm trying to get at is I
Like,
get
if I don't get
what's
caught,
happening,
I'll
but
be
the
fine.
MLB has been changing its own game for so many years. The MLB doctored the balls. They said, we want what will bring more fans back. Let's have more home runs. Let's make these balls more, whatever the word would be, where when you hit them, they're bound to travel further. There's more velocity when you hit the ball. The pitches stay here. The pitchers stay that. Like, MLB has been doing this for years and trying to get away with it. And now all of a sudden, they don't like the balance that they created. And they're trying to swing back and blame it on others. And then instead of it just being like, okay, we'll find a new balance, the pitchers are bitching about it and making it all about them, that they're going to just be injured the whole entire season if they can't get help from foreign substances, or that, it's not their fault if they smoke someone in the head because they didn't have a good grip on the ball. If it's pouring rain and you're still playing like that guy a couple weeks ago, that I understand. But if you are to the point where you may lose grip just pitching on a perfectly clear day and smoke someone in the head, you probably should not be a professional MLB pitcher.
Fair enough.
And that's where it lies. So MLB is taking it too far. The pitchers are also taking it too far. And then the hitters are just standing there like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but at the same time, it's like, for them, if you're taking away something that they've been using as part of their game, obviously they're not going to be the same. Like, you know what I mean? So,
well, that's what, if I was using Stickum in Little League, I probably would have pitched better. And that's probably what I would know by now.
Well, right. That's the thing. Like, that kind of thing helps everyone. Which is why I don't think that it necessarily is such a bad thing. Like, if you're cheating and it's only something that a select group of people can use or whatever, like, I get that. That makes sense, because then you are making the playing field unable. You can't reach that kind of playing field if you don't know or can't use something else that's giving someone else an advantage. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But isn't the MLB using doctored balls giving an advantage to hitters? So
we're not sure.
What's
we're not sure
wrong
if
with
it's advantage to hitters or pitchers.
That's my point.
Why would it be an advantage? No, because the raised stitches don't do shit for them. They tried to do that, but the raised stitches don't do shit. Those balls are doctored. Catchers have come out and been like, no, something's different about them. And there were monster home runs for the past 3 years.
But we're also noticing before this whole bit, balls were having more movement than in any season before.
Okay.
The movement on the pitches this year was ridiculous up until this point, because now pitchers are refusing to throw off-speed balls because they said, I'm not going to be able to control it, which is an issue in itself, that you can't control your own pitches without a foreign substance. But It's the balls are doctored. They are literally trained to get more movement and travel further. What brings more viewers in? Crazy pitches and long home runs.
Right. I mean, you want something that's viewable, and people love home runs. They don't come to watch like a nice like fucking 7 inning or
A no-hitter.
7 inning outing. Like, I think it's fine. I respect that, but I'm a fan of the game. Like common fans, they want fucking dingers.
500-foot dingers.
Right, and
I
I think
want
that's,
Eliabos.
and I
That's
think
why I play the show on easy and just hit fucking bombs. All right. Career mode James hits 100 home runs before the All-Star break. I don't get tested for shit.
you need help.
That said that. You didn't hear me?
No.
Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. For me, I guess I get the point, because like, the MLB clearly has changed things with the ball. That's making it easier for more runs to, for more balls to leave the park, for more runs to be scored, all that kind of stuff. And like, naturally, you're gonna get a reaction to that out of the people that get hit the most, and that's the pitchers.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, naturally, you're gonna see a response, and it just shows who the MLB is favoring, and it's favoring the hitting side of the game because they know they can get more fans that way. It's just that cut and dry. MLB changes it. More runs are scored. Pitchers use the thing. Then the MLB reacts to that and says it's illegal, even though what they did was legal in the first place. James, I'm sorry, go for it.
No, you're good. So here's my thing about it, and I get the point of it tilting the field in the favor of the pitchers, essentially, right? But it doesn't necessarily change it that much. It's not like the pitchers are becoming X more dominant, right? Like if this has been going on for so long, we would have seen like pitchers having fucking complete no-hitters every fucking outing. I mean, yes, the number has increased, but it's not a dramatic enough number for me to be like, all right, like maybe we should dial it back. If it's not harming the player in any way, let him do it. Right? Like, yeah. I mean, that was the issue with steroids. It's like, yeah, steroids, they have strength. They aid in your recovery. But your testicles shrink and your heart might explode. And you'll probably kill your family. It's like a gamble. It's a toss-up.
I feel like that borderline bath salt. I feel like you borderline bath salts on that one.
Nah, I mean, it's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
Steroids are a gateway drug to bath salts. And,
I meant you borderline that. You were like slowly building up to it. And you were like, yeah, kill your whole family, then eat them. Like, no big deal.
Dude, Chris Benoit. What do you mean? All right, anyway. You don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't.
He killed his family and had Bible. It was a whole thing.
Oh, God, I'll have to look it up. Anyways.
Oh, the British guy?
No, he was a wrestler who killed his entire family and stapled Bible verses to them, which was attributed to a mix of CTE and steroids.
That's fun.
CTE is not real.
Fake. It's a myth. Chris is Roger Goodell's child. So that's my kind of view on it. It's like spider tag, take them. Like, it's not really doing anything to hurt any player. And eventually batters will adjust to it. I mean, there is a line you have to draw, but at this point, like, I don't care. Baseball, like we've talked about, baseball was built on cheating, on dancing that line. I'm fine with it. Let it rock.
That's the thing, though, is MLB is trying to attempt to stop that, because what would happen is if the pitchers have more of a edge, the batters would find an edge to balance it out. And that's what MLB is about, is who has the bigger edge. So it's like, if you're going to allow pitchers to use foreign substances after this crackdown, because the MLB just shot themselves in the foot, you're going to have to allow the batters to use some type of, cork bats or
yes,
something.
Here's the thing, though, is like you still have to be able to throw a fastball, right? You still have to be able to throw a pitch. So the tag like helps, but like with a batter, like you can't necessarily do something that's going to make you swinging easier. Like, you still have to be able to know how to hit a fucking curveball, right?
Well,
So, like, it only just aids in making good players better.
Fair. I mean,
It's not like it makes good to great. It just makes them better.
I think rolling back into the question, so I think James, you and I are on the same page here. It's like, you know, you just let him do it. It's not really affecting the game all that much. You know, not a significant amount where it needs to be reviewed, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's what we were on. Chris, you are on the side of, well, I'm kind of both. Like, I think it's an overreaction, and I think the players are also being ridiculous about it.
yeah, but I agree with you guys. Like, if you go, let them use it, but just don't be surprised when the other side of the field tries to use it too. Tries to use
that's
something.
fair. Okay, that's fair.
You know, that's what MLB used to thrive on. Who has a bigger edge? And I think that's my main point is just, it's fine if you allow it, but the MLB just screwed themselves. They're all about getting these new fans and doctoring baseballs, but then when someone tries to doctor something else, they're not going to allow it.
Right.
Because
it's what they want. It's their story to tell. I mean, they own the league, So
here's my final closing statement on it.
Yep.
Is if a pitcher uses tar, they can have more control over the ball, right? Essentially, on a weird level, makes the game safer, right?
Yeah.
The next closest advantage I could give to a hitter would be them corking a bat, which doesn't inherently.
Bats today are already like
safer.
half corked. The new bats today are like pressed to the max. Some of them are already hollow inside, with springs. Like, the new wooden bats that they make is just fucking ridiculous anyways.
Okay, but like what I'm saying is, like, if you cork a bat, that inherently makes the game more dangerous because they can hit faster at the dude who's 90 feet away from them. So tar to me doesn't really like change the game in a negative way. On the adverse of that, corking the bat does. Not even beyond like home runs on the level of danger.
True. I'm with you. I agree with you.
I get where you're coming from, but it's just the point that if we don't have a cork bat, a player doesn't have a cork bat, and they're taken from a pitcher that has, a mound of tar on their hand and can throw pitches never seen before, that, reverse knuckleballs for whatever reason. They have so much control over it.
Is a reverse knuckleball just a ball that spins really fast?
I'm just making things up. It's not a real pitch, but
I get what you're saying.
Off-speed pitches. If you have enough of that on the ball, when it hits the bat, it's either going to stick to the bat or go nowhere. You're weighing the ball down as well.
Yeah, but I don't think it's just going to stick to the bat. I mean, it's still like people still hit. I know what you're saying. I get the point of what you're saying. I mean, home runs are still going to happen regardless. Batters can get used to it. I mean, you have to draw the line somewhere, but I don't think spider tack is the line to draw it on.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, that's what it's a whole weird thing. And I think MLB is also cracking down because we've had more errors this season in the field than I think the last two seasons combined. It's so fielders aren't trying as much anymore. There's been impressive plays, but it's almost like COVID may have something to do with it too, because it felt like the beginning of the season still felt like spring training to me. Basic communication mistakes. The teams weren't all there, and that's not usually something you see in the MLB at the beginning of the season, but yet we saw it. So the MLB is falling apart.
As always.
Yeah, as always. But then they're trying to blame it on something else and fix this.
Well, I think if you guys are good, I think we're good to go, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Another episode of the BOTA Show.
Oh,
Very-
dude! Shout out Christian Eriksen's heart. Sorry. it
Oh
blew up.
yes. Oh my God. I don't know. I didn't
I didn't mention that during soccer.
That was crazy.
Nah, I mean I don't know what actually happened.
I know
but
he's
getting a pacemaker.
He's okay now though, right?
Yeah, he's
They
in
had to
stable
use the
condition.
defibrillator, right?
Yeah, he got rushed.
Yeah, it was
He
crazy.
was,
Yeah,
he was in bad
crazy.
shape. That was a scary moment. Please
Very
don't look
scary.
it up. But like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. Well, anyways,
Oh.
thank you guys so much for tuning in. This was again the BOTA Show. You know where to find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Almost just said Facebook twice. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts,
Instagram.
Google Podcasts. I already said Instagram.
I don't know if you did.
I did. I said Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Stitcher.
I'm gonna re-listen.
Stitcher
to this.
Squared.
I'll send you the
Alright.
clip.
All right, fine.
Check-
Do it up.
Check out my new fight app, Stitcher.
TikTok.
Yes, we're on TikTok. So much, it is what it is.
Sportsman.
James has some quality TikToks on there, so go check them out. Go
I enjoy
check them
my
out.
TikToks.
He does. You're a very TikToky person.
I am.
It's
I'm getting
definitely
short
there.
increments.
Yeah, I know. Well, as always, guys, stay soggy.
Stay beautiful.
I was waiting.
Stay Yabo.
All right, and for Drew,
Stay Drew.
Man, you haven't done a
yes.
Drew in person.
I know that was so funny.
Man, it's Drew. Stay Green Bay. Stay Chiefs.
I hope
Stay
Aaron Rodgers
cheese.
stays, man. I just like to keep without him. They paid what for Aaron Jones?
I love the right. They did what? Marcus.
Stay soggy.